Yo, what's good my fellow Magic Knights? It is your boy DEADMANVINCE back with yet another Black Clover mobile video. Hope you guys have been enjoying the live streams lately. If you guys have been enjoying those, then you can leave a like on those, but you can also come and leave a like on this video here. You can also subscribe to the channel. You can also hit the comments down below and just let me know what you think about the videos in general. It doesn't even have to be about this video at all, right? It could just be comments about how this video made you feel more so, and then you know, we can just spur a whole conversation in the comment section, because why not? I'm not so far detached that I can't talk to people. But today we are starting off our second installment of Road to Wizard King. You thought I forgot about you. No, we're actually back, and I'm actually still on my Road to Wizard King grind, trying to get everything completely maxed out everywhere in the box, trying to dot my I's across all of my T's. And today I am still kind of like in the same phase that I was in, but low-key about to be starting on the next phase of where I was at, and I thought that right now would be a very like good progression point to kind of like talk about. So the main point of this video today is actually going to be me talking about talents again, because I have been hard grinding talents. And if we remember from the last video, I actually do have like a document where I keep track of all of my talents and everything, and I've hit a very big, or almost hit a very big milestone, I guess you could say, right? So I just want to go ahead and let it be known that I do have every single character in the game once more. They did just drop seasonal Magna, they did just drop seasonal Charlotte, and on this front, even though this is a video about my talents, this is still Road to Wizard King. This is replacing like my account showcases, so this kind of is just like an update of like, where's the account at all together, not just the talents, right? But basically every mage is here. All of them are already level 100 LR. Per usual, I always have the materials that I need to get mages to the next level. Magna is currently 1 star, and his skill page is 1 star as well. Charlotte, on the other hand, is no stars just yet. I am still working on finishing my Gate of Destiny mission so I can get her at least 1 star. I do not have her skill page yet, but I'll just pick up her skill page for free at the end of this season. Or not at the end of the season, but at the end of the battle pass, right? Because I'm actually saving up for something very big next month, and I'll kind of talk about that a little more deeper into the video. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the talents for my characters. So guys, now that I think about it, I don't actually remember that I showed this chart off like last time I was talking about my talents, but I feel like I did, right? So right here is a list of all the characters. This is alphabetical order here, so this is not like ranking of like who I think is the best versus whatever. No, this is just like alphabetical order over here. But you can see that I have been keeping track of where my talents are with each one of my mages, and then also I've been keeping track of like what level are their skills. And honestly, I've gotten a lot more skills worked on than you know, in the past few months, weeks, whatever, right? But I have been working on skills as well. I've been getting my skill upgrade materials here and there, just making sure that I pay attention to my skills. And some of these mages are mages that I already kind of had their skills worked on to a certain degree. So I believe I'm now at 10 mages with maxed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 10 mages with all maxed out skills, and I'm actually working on Raddies right now. But we're here to talk more so about the talents. So you can see here it says 6 out of 6. Basically, if this is yellow or golden, whatever the color looks like to you, right? If it is that color and it is filled out and it has a background color, that means that that aspect of the mage is complete. So you can see like people like Fauna, Fuego, Julius, they are like completely done, like, or at least with a basic growth. You know, their skills are level 5, their talents are all maxed out, 6 out of 6. Obviously the little socket where you can put a stone in is awakened for them and everything. And the 2 newest characters that we have gotten that's been added to the list already is actually Magna, Season 6 Magna, and Season 6 Charlotte down here. Last season it was literally, or not even last season, but last month it was like V2 Uno and V2 Langris, but I have already completed them as well, putting them into my completion list. But you can see here that Charlotte needs everything. Actually, I'm pretty sure I farmed up materials I needed for Charlotte while I was at work earlier. Don't tell my boss. I do still farm out my account while I'm at work, because this is my true job. My job is my second job. But yeah, I just checked. Charlotte actually is 6 out of 6. So let's go ahead and update the list for that right there and get this one filled out here. Where is it? What am I looking for? I'm looking for this, here, and then that. boom, right? So now Charlotte here is 6 out of 6 on the green, and you will notice here that all of my SSR mages, all the green paths are filled out for every single one of them, and the only 2 mages that need blue right now are going to be Magna and Charlotte. Now we are getting a third eye fauna, and we are also getting the Witch Queen a little bit later this month, in like 2 weeks to be exact. So yeah, we're actually pretty close to having every SSR, all talents filled out. I literally just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, literally 5 more SSR mages to get the red for, and then 2 to get blue for, being Charlotte and Magna. And then I will actually have this done before the Witch Queen and the 3-eye fauna actually drops. I'm gonna farm this like a little bit later on tonight actually. But yeah, man, I will just say farming talents is super tedious, and it's even more tedious when you think about the fact that, okay, to get 6 out of 6 right here on one little circle, and let me kind of go back to the game for a second just so we can talk about it. To fully like 6 out of 6 circle, right, you need 20 of the smaller material per like little node right here, and then you need 10 of the bigger material per node. So that adds up to needing 120 of the smaller ones, and then 60 of the bigger ones per character per color, right? So you have to do this for red and green and blue. You guys know how talents go, but you just don't think about how tedious of a grind that is. And most of the time when you're farming, right, once again, shout out to Blade. I talked about this last time I did this, like, kind of like Road to Wizard King concept, right? But I was talking about how he has a video that actually does break down what level you should be farming to get skills, and you know, what frequency, right? And you kind of want to just do level 6, I'm pretty sure is what he said in the video. That's what I've been farming nonstop, because level 6 is kind of like, so we come here and we look at the talents. We can see here that some of the rewards that we get are going to be the legendary material for talents, the SSR material, and then the rare material for talents, right? Then right here, you actually have some socket stones that you can get for talents. And honestly, these aren't really that impressive, because we do get boxes sometimes. You can purchase boxes. There are also like sometimes events that give you boxes that will allow you to actually acquire socket materials that are at least SSR. So these aren't really that tempting for me to like farm on the higher level. More so, I feel like it's more about the time efficiency that it takes you to beat a level, to complete a level, right? And these levels right here cost 14 stamina, whereas you come down here to level 6. In level 6, you can farm like all 3 of these, and they're 11 stamina. So that's 3 less stamina, which when you're doing like big farming sessions, right? Not just farming a little bit at a time, but when you're doing 3 times skips and you can farm 50 stages in one run, that's 150 stages that you could be running, right? Because if we come here and look at level 15 and I try to farm this out, so I can obviously do this 50 times, but if I try to farm this, you know, 150 times, I would need 2,100 stamina for that. And what am I paying all that extra stamina for? You know, 3 extra stamina per runs. What, so I can get a rare socket stone that's going to just get replaced by an SSR socket stone whenever an event comes out that gives us one, or I buy one, right? And then also, you know, these are still on level 6. These are still on level 6. These are still on level 6. So it just doesn't make sense to me for people to farm out like this level. Plus this is 200,000 like team power that you need. If I gear up my units right now, I'll be over that. It doesn't matter. But for a lot of free-to-play players, maybe some of you are still not at that level quite yet. Definitely there are some people who aren't at that level like quite yet, because there are new players that still want to, you know, experience the game, so they're hopping into the game and not necessarily going to be the most cracked starting out. But you come down here to level 6, you can still farm the materials that you need, and it's only going to cost you, so let's look. So boom, I can only do 45 times 3 is like 135, right? I can only do 135 runs on that other stage. With this stage, I have enough stamina right now to do 150 runs, and then I can go back and even do more runs if I wanted to, right? So be smart about how much stamina you're spending on this. Once again, shout out to Blade for that video, for that breakdown, for that explanation. But yeah, we are going to be farming some blue talents maybe today, just so I can go ahead and get that complete on Magna and Charlotte, so that way the next time that I am farming talents, I'm just farming red for 5 more mages, and then my SSR mages are all taken care of. Shout out Libe, he grinds every day. And he's in the guild. Y'all need to join the guild, bro. Every video that I make, every video I talk in, I'm gonna be talking about that guild until y'all join up in the Void Dynasty. And we are at 14 out of 14 members right now, because yes, we did make it to level 2 even though we only have 6 members. That just goes to show how hard we grind, bro. So definitely get in our guild if you're going to play, because Guild Wars is going on right now, and honestly y'all were lacking and didn't join the guild. So if you join the guild now, you have to wait 2 days before you can do anything for Guild Wars. But even still, bro, join up, join in. We can make up for it. We will carry you, basically. Let me go back to my talent sheet here. So yeah, I'll probably end up farming the blues for Magna and Charlotte, and then we'll farm the reds for all of the SSR, the other, all the SSRs that are left over, right? The healers, Magna, Charlotte. But also, I just want to show you guys down here, I do have my priority list for SSRs that I have been leveling up their skills, and I'm pretty sure I've knocked off like 4 characters from the list since the last time we watched the video, like Season 2, Yuno, Julius, Rill. There's one other mage that I just can't think of right now that I've also knocked off of the list. Let's see. Raddy's is almost there. Oh, was it Licked? I think it was Licked that I knocked off the list as well. So I have been making progress on skills as well. And then you can see here I have SR mages already in order of how I'm going to be working on them. Same for their skills, and then same for rare mages as well. But here's why I say I might be at a point in this grinding journey where it's going to get a little different. So basically, I'm at a point now where I can either A, keep farming talents and do it for SR characters, because literally the amount of attackers that were in the game when I started farming talents for them, I believe was like 17. So let's see. Take out Matt, because this is 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So there's only 18 right here, actually. So take away 2, there was 16 of these guys, right? But literally 16 attackers alone, and I already farmed out all their talents, and I farm it in chunks by, you know, what class you are. So I'll farm out all the talents for, you know, for support mages, because that's the most of the SR mages, right? And then just keep working my way down and down. So 16 attackers that I was working on originally versus 17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or so 7, and then another 10, right? 17 SR characters right here. No, I'm sorry. 19 SR characters right here, right? It's not going to take me anywhere near as much time as it did to farm the SSRs as it is going to farm the SRs, because literally there's like half the characters. So this will be a lot faster for me, and I'm thinking that I maybe do want to go ahead and just knock this out, because I'm not going to lie, every time I fill out my talents, it does feel nice to fill out this little tree with like more yellow, right? Just signifying that, you know, that's complete. I don't have to worry about that anymore in the future. But also, I'm just kind of like, I am at a point where I am starting to hard consider like farming gear, but then there's also the extra caveat, the extra fork in the road, right? It's like you can start farming gear right now on the basic gear levels, but it's like, since they're going to be releasing the advanced gear stage, do I even want to waste my good like food, because I have the good lobsters for good drop rates on gear? Do I even want to waste that food on the regular gear stage when we're going to be getting a better gear stage? From the last time I read information on the new gear stage that's coming out, the advanced gear stage, it seems like that gear stage is not going to be something that you can just run non-stop all day. But even still, I just want to save as much food as possible for that stage, because depending on how that stage works, if we get a lot of good drops in a day, like, it might be to a point where you farm that stage and that's your gear farm for the day, and then you just have stamina to do a bunch of other shit. And I'm sorry you see me like spreading my eyes out or opening my eyes wide. I have like my eyelashes are getting stuck together, but besides the point, yeah, I just don't know if I want to waste my food on farming gear. So I think realistically my next move is farming the rest of these talents, getting all these SSRs maxed out, farming more talents for the Witch Queen and the 3-Eye Fauna that's going to come out a little bit later. And also, we're going to be getting some rares and SRs with those two when they come out, which has been a little while since we've gotten a rare and an SR, and I was starting to get a little worried. I was like, yo, are they just not going to be releasing that rarity of characters anymore? But yeah, no, I'm going to continue to farm talents for these guys. Now, the one thing that really sucks about this is that just because these guys are SR, their skills cost less skill upgrade materials to upgrade their skills, right? but the talents don't cost less. So it still requires 120 of the small material and 60 of the bigger material for me to fill out the wheel entirely on each character, whether they're rare, SR, or SSR. And that really does suck. One thing that I do hope for in the future is that they change it so that you don't have to pay as much to get these talents boosted up as you do SSR characters. And I know a lot of people in the community are probably not going to complain about this. It feels like when the community complains about something collectively all together is when Vic Gaming makes a change about it. I don't see a lot of people complaining about this because honestly, how many SR or rare characters are you farming the talents for? Now, if you get to a point where, you know, you need to work on older characters and then all of a sudden you are trying to work on some SRs and rares, you know, maybe then like, some outrage is going to jump up, right? Like, oh man, why do I have to farm this many talent materials for these characters who aren't even on this tier, right? And then maybe my efforts will pay off because I'll go ahead and farm all these guys anyway, the way that it is now, and then maybe they make a cut to how much materials you need, and then like, if you have, you know how games will do, like, oh, if you've already farmed the material for this character, like this amount, then we will refund you this amount so that it's like you didn't even farm the extra amounts and you're just sitting on them now, right? And that would be really cool for me because I plan to go ahead and farm all of this, and then if I farm all these characters and they're going to be giving us refunds on the materials that I use to boost their talents, then, you know, I'm just going to be reaping a lot back, considering that I'm still going to be farming more on top. Because once I finish all this, it's not like the talent farming ends. I know that more characters are going to be coming out in the future continually. More so, the talent farming will just be broken up to a different day, a certain day of the week, versus me just farming it non-stop every day, hard laser locked in. But yeah, man, I just wanted to share this information with you guys because I'm very proud of what my account is shaping up into, man. We're starting to get these talents worked on, dude, and like the month just reset, so I could buy some skill upgrade materials and work on some characters here. I did do the math. If you buy 5 of the skill upgrade packages, and I'll go to them in the game in a second to show you what I'm talking about. If you buy 5 of those, that's enough to like fully boost all the skills to level 5 on like one character, and you can only buy it 10 times a month. So basically, you can just pay money straight up. You can pay, what is it? 38,000 yen a month basically to get the skills all the way maxed out on 2 characters at a time, amongst other things that you can do for skill upgrade materials. But yeah, I don't think that's too bad because, you know, people, I appreciate that the game gives us options to spend our money in so many different places. But let me actually hop back over to the game and just talk about a few other things with my account. We are now at 7 members in the Void Dynasty, so remember the name, the Void Dynasty, and join that guild because we are in Guild Wars right now, and Guild Wars is going on for like a week and 17 hours, right? So you could definitely get in, and even though you have to wait for those first 2 days, as soon as those 2 days are up, you can get to grinding, my brother. We are going to be doing our part. We are going to be grinding nonstop, so definitely join up with the Void Dynasty. Also, I want to show you guys my skill pages, because I had a revelation, an epiphany, whatever you want to say, right? I thought about the fact that I like how Yami's skill page works for Raya a lot better. And at first, you know, when I was playing, I was like, why would people be using skill pages that aren't specifically for the character? You're just not having the full kit unlocked. But you really got to start weighing how much does a skill page add to the mage's kit. Yes, it is meant to make their kit the best, but I really do feel like if I throw Yami's skill page onto this man Raya, you know, I would get more benefit out of Raya. But, and that's just, I say that just because Yami's skill page works in a way where it gives you a buff every time somebody in your team does an attack, including your character, not does an attack, but just uses a spell, including the mage himself. So Raya using a move would also affect this, right? And that way Raya would consistently have a buff on himself whenever you go into the next room, and he would always get the extra effects that happen on his attacks whenever you have a certain number of buffs on. So that's why I think Yami's skill page work really well for that. And now what I'm thinking is that I want to start having 2 copies of every skill page in the game, 5-starred, right? Because imagine I want to run Raya and Yami on the same team, and I actually do want to put Raya on a Yami skill page, man. It would suck to take the skill page off of Yami and then have to give him some other skill page to like replace that, right? So no, instead, right now I'm saving these 2 Yami copies as like separate, just because I don't know what they're going to implement into the game later for you to use extra skill pages, because they're always going to, pretty much the way the gacha games work is they give you a bunch of stuff at the forefront, and then, you know, you start to have an excess of these materials or these materials or these materials, and then, you know, they start to make up ways that you can start to use those excess materials. So right now, the only way really to use excess skill pages is to either break them down and get more materials for buying the skill page selector tickets, or you can just put them on other characters, right? But maybe they introduce some shop later on, or maybe there is like an awakening for skill pages coming later on in the game, and because it just doesn't make sense to me that skill pages, when you max them out, they don't say level max, they say level 6, right? Something just doesn't sit right with me about that. So I definitely feel like skill pages are going to be getting an upgrade, and also characters are obviously going to be getting an upgrade. You're going to be able to boost a mage past like 5 stars at a certain point. It's going to be like 10 stars probably. I don't know when, maybe the first year, maybe 2 years, who knows, right? Because that could be a lot of extra power that you're giving those mages. But it could be like characters go up to like level 150, and then when they go up to level 150, you have to get them to level 150 to unlock the rest of the stars, and it will be like a super sweaty thing, and then free-to-play players are going to complain about it, but then they're going to suck it up, and they're going to start working on the mages that they think are the most important, and, you know, that's just how it goes, right? But I do want to start saving 2 copies of every skill page now, so you'll see down here for the for the SR skill pages, I already have started building second copies. So I have a magnet skill page right here, and then I have another one right here that's almost 5-star, and I'm just kind of like going about it like that. And I will be saving 2 copies of every single skill page in the game now, and whenever I get these SSRs up here to 5-star, obviously the second copy is going to start getting worked on as well. But they do introduce a system where you can upgrade your skill pages, and you can use like a general material that can be farmed. I feel like they would implement a system where if you have copies of that skill page, you can also use the copies of the skill page to get the boost on that skill page faster. So now, instead of fusing my Yami skill pages into, you know, another second 5-star skill page, if I summon 5 more Yami skill pages, I'm gonna just keep them 5 individuals, and maybe I can use them later on to buff the original skill page. But also, let me show you the bundle I was talking about, because I said I would show you, and I am a man of my word. This is the bundle right here, if I can find it. Jeez. This is the bundle right here I'm talking about that you can buy 10 times a month, and buying it 5 times will give you enough materials to get one character's skills all the way up to level 5, all the skills. Granted that you don't have any of the skills already upgraded. If you already have some of the skills upgraded, then you would be able to use some extra materials on other characters here and there. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. I would have went all around the world with my account, but honestly, I didn't really feel the need to do all of that. You guys already know how the Deadman is rolling. Y'all know how I be moving and how I be building my characters, man. But if you guys did enjoy this Road to Wizard King update on the Deadman's account, then go down below and leave a fat old like under the video, and you can also comment down below the video. And you can also comment down below and let me know what you think about my account, what you think about my grinding style, what you think about the game, really. But yeah, that's going to be it for your boy, DEADMANVINCE. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Peace out.